It's kind of like a humiliation ritual. How bad do you want it? You have to keep going through this. I was not a creative person, or at least I didn't think I was. Sold all our camera equipment. We were like, we're never gonna use that again. Even then, my brain was just like, you're still not a creative person. And I still remember being in the plane, looking out at New Zealand, my mind saying to me like, what are you doing? You live in New Zealand. People would kill to be in this country right now. You work for yourself, you have a skill, and you're here. Let's fucking do something. Come on. The name of the series was I Do Not Know Yet. I'm not the expert, I don't know what I'm doing. Today's gonna happen anyway. May as well film it and try to put something together, see what comes out of it. Got on TikTok, I think it was 243 days before I got any video go over 1,000 views. And I'd be like, I think this is the one. And it never was.
We shouldn't be chasing a viral video. I should be chasing 0 view videos. Woohoo,
Yeah.
woohoo, I got another one that flopped. 1,000 followers to 10K in 6 months, 10K to 100 in 9 months.
You could spend $0 and have your life change and your business change. I really look at myself now and I'm proud of the person I've become. I like who I am. People are thinking of their big goal, they're thinking like the house at the end, right? But if I just get a brick and I put a brick down today, and then on the next day, and the next day, and the next day, after a few days, I'll have like a wall.
Yeah.
Cool. And if I keep going and going and going, then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I've only got to put the roof on. You keep going and going and going, and then you've got a house. But it's just by putting a brick down every day. And if I want to renovate that house after, I can. But I have a house. And there's one guy next to me who's still looking at the bricks going, what brick should I put down first? There's got to be a viral brick here somewhere.
Oh man, thanks for joining me today, and thanks for guiding us through half the setup.
No worries.
You know?
We got there, didn't we?
It's brilliant.
And it
you know?
looks great. We did it.
Yeah, if you have got an amateur podcast, have on a professional videographer, and it all works
I thought
out.
you'd be prepared, but that's fine. I'm here. I'm here to serve.
He's here to serve. So it's so brilliant. I'm so excited to have you on, bro. Officially our most famous guest to date. Very exciting. We've known each other for 5 years-ish, maybe?
Probably.
4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
And so we've known you, Layton. He was a contract videographer, and now he's this like social media phenom with this epic following, is helping people get, I guess, get out from under their own skin and get conquer their imposter syndrome, make content. So, dude, like, you're a professional creative today with 160,000 followers, and you're doing your thing, you're living your best life.
Stop it.
It's your passion, but I'd love to get like the quick life story from you because it's such an interesting journey. I think most people that see you today would not guess where you started.
So how far do we want to go back?
Oh, you could start at like high school-ish and just give us a couple of highlights.
Yeah, I won't take you the whole thing, but
Yeah.
yeah, basically at high school, I was not I said this all the time, I was not a creative person, or at least I didn't think I was. Where I grew up, it was like if you were good at football and funny, that's all you needed. And that's all I was at that point, like really. I had no idea what I was doing. I just wanted to do whatever my mates were doing. So I went to college, did a year of that, it was terrible. I remember somebody saying to me like, so what university are you going to? And I was like, I'm going to university. They're like, why are you here then? I was like, my mate's here, I don't know. So quit that, went to my dad. My dad in his good old like old fashioned way was like, son, you've got to get a trade. Get a trade, that'd be good. I'm like, cool, okay. I'll try and be a sparky then. Did that for a couple of years.
Good trade.
Very good trade. If this all goes to shit, I'm sweet, you know? We're gonna be fine. So yeah, I got my apprenticeship, did that, and I loved it. Like I really did, but there was a part of me that wanted to go traveling. So my mate moved from England to New Zealand. I followed him over there and just went and visited him over Christmas and stuff. We did like a little tour around the South Island, went to Dunedin, and that's where I met Natalie. And that was how that started. She moved to England, we moved to Manchester.
Your wife?
My wife now, yeah. And we just were living our life in Manchester, and we were saving to go traveling around the world. That was our aim. And then through watching YouTube, say like, you know, we want to go to Bangkok. Obviously back then you'd be like, top things to do in Bangkok, let's find it on YouTube. And you start watching the same people. They kept popping up. And we were like, we should give this a go.
And how many years into being a sparky are you at this point?
I probably just, 2 years qualified.
Okay, cool.
I was probably like 25.
Yeah.
Still haven't picked up a camera at this point.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're like, we should do this. Like, this is a real opportunity. Not to be famous, not to be influencers, because that wasn't really a thing then. Yeah. There are a few travel YouTubers, but we were like, this would be really cool just to document it. Yeah. We're going on this big trip. We saved for so long. Let's just go for it. And that's when I first like picked up a camera and I was filming and editing every single day. I didn't also have the pressure of a job. I just had all this freedom to just get used to using the camera and make a lot of mistakes and doing it day after day, putting in those hours, I got decent pretty quick and I really fell in love with it. But coming back then, we wanted to move to New Zealand. This is when like COVID hit. This is like, there wasn't really much room for like, let's start our own business now and really go for it. I got back and I was like, well, this is probably it. Like that was really cool. But to go to New Zealand, probably have to be a
Did you
Sparky.
love it? Was there a spark?
Loved it.
Yeah.
But I just, like I said, I didn't see myself as a creative person. No one said to me like, you could probably do that as a job. I was just like, oh, that was cool. That was a really cool like kind of chapter. I'm really glad I did that. That was fun. Sold all our camera equipment. We had a drone, camera, we had everything. Yeah. Sold it because we were like, we're never going to use that again.
Yeah.
Wish I'd never done that. I would have saved me so much money when I started again. But yeah, we sold all that. And then I was like, right, to get to New Zealand, I'm going to have to be a Sparky. Yeah. Went over there, did it. It was fine. It wasn't as good as when I did it back in the UK. For what reason, I don't really know, whether it's cultural or just being somewhere like Auckland. I couldn't really...
Maybe you had a taste.
Couldn't really put my finger on it. But that going through that really led me to kind of like, okay, I'm coming up to, I think I was 28 at the time. And I'm like, right, I'm qualified. I'm kind of established as a Sparky. What do I want to do? I don't want to be like a manager because it's just more responsibility and I don't really love this. I don't want to start my own business doing that because, again, I don't love it enough. Yeah. And I don't just want to stay where I am. What could I do? I was like, I know a few people with businesses. I'm going to try to pick up a camera again. Just thought, I'm going to just try it. My goal at the beginning of that year was like, I'm going to edit some content for some people. That was as far as it went. Even then, my brain was just like, that's all you can do. You're still not a creative person. Just like go slow. Yeah, but then I was like, cool, right, I'm going to start doing this now. And I did more and more videos and I got a portfolio and then I could pitch to other different businesses and brands and it accumulated. And within the space of like me thinking of it to me quitting my job was probably 12 months. And then that's what started Layton Video. Yeah. And then from there, like I started putting my face online because I didn't want to do it at first because being a Sparky, I didn't want people to know what I was doing. Yeah. I'd put all my work, but it'd be like behind the scenes and like, here's what I made, but it'd be very little of my face. And then going from there, I kind of cruised through life. I was just like, this is cool. I'm getting through my first year of business. Everything's going sweet. That's like that's all you want is your
bit of freedom now. You're running on a schedule.
Exactly. Like just being able to do this and get by. I was like, this is great. But I still had I was really missing home. When I first came to New Zealand, I would compare New Zealand and England all the time. It was exhausting and it just stopped me from like really moving on in my life. Okay. I was constantly thinking about that. Went back for our honeymoon. That was great, but I still had this like urge, this pull, and I kept comparing. I'm like, something was holding me back. It then took a second trip going home and going there, not in honeymoon mode, just like at home, everything's normal, going to see old friends and stuff. I realized nothing had changed. Nothing. And I still remember being in the plane, looking out at New Zealand, and you'll know when you fly back into Auckland or wherever, it's beautiful. You're just looking out at it, and I remember my mind saying to me like, what are you doing? You live in New Zealand. People would kill to be in this country right now. You work for yourself, you have a skill, and you're here. Let's fucking do something. Come on. So then I was like, right, I'm going to start posting every single day. Had no plan. I think this is where a lot of people go wrong. They're like, right, I need to plan out my first 30 pieces of content. I'm going to do this. I just was like, I'm going to make a video today. Yeah. It wasn't like, I'm going to post for this many days. So I'm going to make a video today. Put the first one out. Obviously not many people were that bothered. They might have been a bit like, oh, Layton's doing that. That's pretty cool. Cool. Yeah, nice, man. And then like the days went by and like not much was really happening, like trying to build the momentum. But I was getting more consistent as I went and I was really enjoying it. Every day I would just film my day and what was happening. There was no kind of, I wasn't thinking about who I was posting for, who's this for. I was like, I just want to make this and document what's happening. That's all I'll do. From there, it took ages. Like on TikTok, I think it was 243 days before I got any video go over 1,000 views. That level of delusion, I hope I can get back there one day. But like, I don't know what I was on, but I was just like, right, I'm just keep going. And I would say to Natalie, I'd be there and like, I'd show her all my videos, but I'd be there like, we're eating our dinner. I'm like, look at this video. And I'd be like, I think this is the one. And it never was.
It never was.
This was like day 80.
Until it was.
Like, I think this is going to be it. Like, and she's like, oh yeah, cool. Yeah, it's really good.
Do you remember the day where you had a pop on Instagram? Do you remember what day that was?
Not the exact day, but I remember like the accumulation of videos that I did just first started to pop off. My first one that went like really kind of viral, I guess, ended up on like 2.8 million views, was a 6 shots in 60 seconds.
Yes.
And that's when
I know that video.
I really realized in that moment that the behind the scenes or like how you do it is actually way more interesting than the final result. I could put up a video that I'm so proud of. The lighting's on point, the story's there, the audio's great. Like wow, I love this. coming from a creator, videographer standpoint. I post it and people are like, not really that bothered. But if I put a couple of behind the scenes clips just before I show the video, people are way more like, oh, that's how he did it. That's like the insight of that.
Do you remember how many days in that was? Just as an estimate?
I think that would have been around, on Instagram, like around day 200.
Yeah, cool.
Or on TikTok, like, 240.
Well, there's a nice little benchmark. Day 200. Get there. Because I wanted to, you seem to have a growth mindset. You seem to have a good level of self-awareness. There were boxes that you were getting put in and you were just willing to try this. You tried to document your content on the Thailand trip. And then you're like, let's go to New Zealand. Were you born with that? Is that something special? Have you developed it? You have a flexibility in your mind. Even coming back, you caught yourself going, why am I comparing myself to this UK thing? They say comparison is the thief of joy, right?
Yes.
And especially in the content creation space, you're comparing yourself. How do you have a self-talk routine? What goes on in your noggin?
My mum's always said, like, it's annoying how laid back I am, how chill I am.
Right.
I think like the worst things can happen and I'm like, it's fine. No one died. It's going to be okay. We're going to be fine. I'm very good at that, but I think to kind of give the audience the most value would be along the lines of don't put too much pressure on yourself. I think a lot of people are really scared to try something because they don't want to waste their time. But by doing things over and over again, even though you might not have the reach or the audience or whatever it might be, you're being consistent, and that is the main thing. And if you're consistent, you're going to get better videos. And when you finally do pop off, you'll be ready for it because you've done enough reps, you've done enough videos, you know exactly what you're doing. If your first video went off and you got 1 million views and 1 million followers overnight in your first video, you're not ready for it.
What would you do with all that?
I mean, if that happened to me now, I'd shit myself. I'd be like, what am I going to do with that? Oh my God, 1 million followers. How do I go on from here? You're not ready for it. You know, you've got to. So what I go through in my head is like, I've got to be patient with myself. The time's going to pass anyway. You may as well try something. And it might not be the thing that works out, but you will learn something from that. Every video I post, like today, my video today did not do that well. It's fine, because I'm going to post another one and that one might do well. I'm not putting this pressure on myself of like, oh my God, that one didn't do well.
I can do this thing in New Zealand. I can become a videographer. It doesn't work out. It's fine. I'll go back to being a sparky.
If this all went to shit, I'd be like, right, I'm going to do less content creation. I'll just do videography. And then if AI takes over, I'll go back to being a sparky.
Oh, good. And you'll probably be highly paid.
It will be fine.
It will be fine.
Like, do you know what I mean? People put so much pressure on themselves. Like, this has to work. This is the thing. This is it.
Because I've always considered you as well a hard worker, laid back and hard worker. Do they go hand in hand?
Yeah, I think you can be hardworking and obsessed and really keep going for something, but also have the patience that it's got to kind of like play out.
Give yourself space to try something new and to fail and to lose a little bit of time.
Because if you're creating under pressure, it's not going to feel as free. If you have that pressure in the back of your head, like this has to work, when you're talking to a camera, it's going to come across like that. You're going to be tight, you're going to be tense, and people are going to be like, this doesn't feel quite natural. You need to relax yourself. It's just a video. You're giving it your best go.
Do you think there's something in the universe as well? Do you think there's an energy thing? Like people can feel it? Or is it how it flows out of you and how you present?
In terms of how people perceive you?
Yeah. Because like when you show up tense, you're like, I need this video to work. I need this video to work. I don't know. I see with my e-commerce clients all the time, the ad that they put no effort into and they sprung together crushes, and the ad that they put all this effort and money and time and energy into and like, this has to work, this is the one, doesn't work. And it's like, I've seen it for a decade straight, and I don't understand that phenomenon.
Yeah.
Do you see that with your videos or with some of your clients? Or
I think now, especially with social media now, people are looking for more connection and community than anything. They're looking for like the realness. That's what they're looking for. And I think you scripting a video, that's the thing at the beginning, if you're like, right, I'm going to start making content, and you have an idea, you script it, you get like this. This was like your first time in front of camera. This is high pressure. It's not, you're not meant to be good straight away. Has to be like, whoa, this is a bit much. But when you're just like, right, I'm going to film this, and if it doesn't work out, it's fine, cool. You're looser, and you're talking more naturally, and like you're kind of riffing a little bit more. It's coming naturally. You're just talking how you would normally talk. You're not thinking, what was that line on that script? What was that? Oh, I got it wrong. I got that one word wrong. But if that's how you say it, that's how you communicate and how you would say it, you should lean into that. I think that's what it is. I think people like that. Oh, that was real. there's a little mistake in there, or they said or like that's real. That's what people are like.
That's him, that's her. We've gone into, we're out of the era, everyone knows us, we're out of the era of the curated Instagram and the fake version of yourself. Like people want to see the real you.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
When you made that decision to make a video every day, you went for 400 days, right?
Yes.
Wow. So, do you remember how many followers you went from like start point to end point?
Yeah, I started on, I think around 1,000.
Yeah.
Around 1,000 followers.
Yeah.
And that I started the daily videos on March the 5th. No, May the 5th. May the 5th, 2024. November the 3rd, I hit 10K.
Cool. So 7 months.
6-7 months to get to 10K.
Yep.
But then like 2 months later, I hit 100.
Oh, I love that.
It literally goes like that.
Exponential. Yeah.
You just got to keep chipping away.
And that is such an interesting experience, right? Because you're in there and you're doing video 32, and it's actually as valuable, if not more valuable than 232, but you don't get the feedback loop. And so you had to stay self-motivated through that.
Yes.
Wow, I love that. So 1,000 followers to 10K in 6 months, 10K to 100 in 9 months.
Yeah.
Just like a baby.
I think that's
$100,000 baby.
Yeah, exactly.
100,000 follower baby.
It's got to grow. At the moment, it's like, when they go, it's a grape today. Like, it's cool. It'll be a potato in like 6 months.
Keep doing the scans.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just like keep looking after yourself and then do a scan every so often.
Okay, so you're on 1,000 followers today. You want to go to 100 in 9 months. Do you use the same strategy you did? What changes today? Is the algorithm different? Can someone do what you did in these next 9 months?
Oh, 100%. I think more than ever now, the follower count doesn't actually matter. Right. When people come across you, it gives you that credibility. It's like, oh, cool, they clearly know what they're on about because this many people follow them. Like, follower count isn't dead, but it means less than ever. Cool. And that's good because that means that anyone can put anything up and it'll do well. Yeah. It's literally just, the algorithms are kind of like, well, whatever gets the most shares and watch time, saves, that's what they're going off now.
It's more of a meritocracy now.
It's not so much like likes and comments, because there's so many like silent viewers on Instagram and TikTok now. So many people are just kind of like, I'll watch, but I'm not commenting. So that's not really the metric to kind of go for now. But I think what I did right at the beginning is I lent into the fact that I was just starting. I lent into the fact that I didn't really know what I was doing. I didn't really know where this was going. The name of the series was I Do Not Know Yet. I'd be like, this is day 10, 20, 30 of I do not know yet. Because I'm like, I really don't know. I'm just giving it a go. I'm not the expert. I don't know what I'm doing. After so many videos and turning up consistently and my production value going up, then it was people going like, how do you do this? How did you get that camera angle? What lens are you using here? That's when I could be like, oh, cool, there's a demand for this. They want to know more because I've done the hard yards. I think a lot of people are like, right, I'm going to go in there and just pretend I'm like, I know everything. Yep. Not being vulnerable. Kind of like talking at people. I think people want to kind of see someone and be like, hey, instead of me being like, here's 3 things you need to do or else you won't be successful, it'd be like, okay, this is, at the beginning of this year, I wanted to do this. And by the end of the year, I realized I made these 3 mistakes. This is kind of what I went through. It's more of like, I'm telling you a story instead of like, listen to me, I'm talking to you and I know everything. It's more about like, listen, this is what I've been through. Yeah. Leaning into the fact that you don't know what you're doing, being vulnerable, people really resonate with that, I think.
Okay, amazing. So that makes perfect sense. Daily content series, not dead?
No.
Not dead, cool. Daily content series, all good.
Hell yeah.
I don't know. I do not know what this is yet. So deep self-awareness, authenticity. Today, you start again, you do the same thing.
Yes, another thing I did as well is the plan wasn't to go to day 400, 365, any of that. It literally was like, I'm just gonna make a video today. If I could get to 30, that'd be pretty cool. Then I got to 30 and I'm like, keep going to 50. I didn't put this pressure of like, I'm gonna post every single day this year because that pressure is a lot. It's a lot. It's cool to say and everyone go like, wow, you're gonna post every day this year. You then gotta post every single day this year because you said you're going to. Because if you say something.
You didn't have that pressure.
If you say something and you don't do it, people are like, oh, you're the kind of person who doesn't say what they're gonna do.
Okay, cool. Has anything changed in the way that you structure your videos today from a narrative perspective or from a production perspective to when you first set out on this journey? Has that shifted?
So yeah, at the beginning it was day in the life videos.
Yeah.
It was, I kind of, instead of being like, I'm going to put this time aside and make content, I made the content fit into my life.
Okay.
So whatever I was doing that day, if I was on a shoot, if I was just at home editing, if I was just walking my dog, whatever I was doing, I'm like, that's what the video is going to be about today. I'll figure out what I'm going to say in my voiceover after. That, like I said, if you were going to be like, right, I'm going to script 10 videos, I'm going to put this whole day aside, I'm going to do the lighting, I'm going to get all this stuff, and then I'm going to film it, it's going to feel like a job. It's going to feel hard. And it's way better to just kind of make it fit in with your life and go day after day after day, just a little bit a day. You'll build that consistency then. Whereas if you're just like, right, this weekend I'm going to do 20 videos, stop. Next month, first weekend of the month, right, I'm going to do another 20 videos. You're not, it's like this. You need to just keep building that consistency because then it becomes part of your life. I got to like day 30 or 50 and it was the first time I'd maybe made 2 videos in one day. Yeah. And I remember being like, right, I can have a day off tomorrow, cool. And I sat there and I was like, whoa. My brain's like, why are we not making a video? It felt weird that I wasn't. And that's when I was like, oh, it's part of me now. It's in me. Like
it's identity.
My brain is identified like this is what we do. And then you become that person.
And you went all the way through Saturday, Sunday?
Yeah. Every single day, man.
Every single day.
Then I mean, as I got further along, I got smarter and I realized that, like when I said the behind the scenes stuff worked really well, there'd be videos, it's called The Reality of Solo Filming, where basically I'd be getting shots of me like walking around or doing stuff, but I just show like me doing the action or walking away and then I'd turn back to the camera and I'd stop the music and it'd be like, it was way more raw, but I was getting the shots anyway. So whatever video I was making, I'm like, well, I've got that. That's in my back pocket because I'm getting that regardless. Yeah. And then like outtakes would do really well. And obviously I'd be making mistakes all the time. So I'm just like, out of what I filmed today, let's get some outtakes. That's a video. Reality solo filming. That's a video.
Someone looking at you weird while you film yourself.
Yeah, exactly. So you've taken a content shoot where you go out and do something, you turn that into 3 videos. And all of a sudden you've got 3 days where you can do something else. And if you do that multiple times and like, you just basically, the more you do it, the more systems you have and the clever you are about the whole thing. And then you're like, right, I could go out today to do 2 videos. I could do 3 of this, 1 of that. That's 7. I could be done this week.
Did you have your target audience in mind from the beginning or not?
No. I think with creatives, you have to be careful. Well, actually, probably with anything really, because with a videographer or a photographer, you have your clients who could be your audience, or you have other photographers and videographers. Very different. They want to see very different things. If I was to say, like, if we were to sort of talk about this setup now, and I was like, oh, we use this camera, this lens, this tripod. Videographers and photographers would love that. I'd love that. It's interesting. But to your customer who wants the end result, they don't give a fuck what camera you used. That's where you'd be like, we took this from this to this, and the result, they got this. They're like, wow, because that's what they're interested in. Okay. I didn't really think about this at first. I was just doing what I wanted to do. But as I went further along, I was like, right, who am I aiming this towards?
Yeah, honestly, there's a theme here, like by not putting the pressure on yourself. So you've got grit, you've got hard work, that's brilliant, but you didn't create a pressurized environment that forced you into failing. So then you got the consistency. We all know this, right? We all know, especially as e-commerce founders, like organic content is becoming more and more critical. You can't just paid ads your way to glory. No. That's kind of over. The best thing you could possibly do today is run organic, and then whatever works, put spend behind it to amplify it. Cool.
100%.
It's kind of always been the best thing, but you didn't have to. It's becoming...
Because there's so much trial and error involved.
Yeah, and the ads were cheap enough and the competition wasn't fierce enough. But today it's like, oh, you want to grow a challenger brand in this space and you don't have existing customers? Well, you need to do the elite thing. And the elite thing is organic, prove gravity, scale it. And so you've achieved consistency by not putting pressure on yourself. I love, like, you didn't have a target customer, you were doing it for you, it fit into your day. Were there any really dark days where you considered giving up?
Oh, loads.
Okay.
Yeah. Say loads, not many. Probably like 15 days out of the whole thing where I'd be like, I think this is it. I think this is where I stop.
Yeah.
Because like there'd be some days where I'd shoot all day. I haven't got any behind the scenes. I've got no video, and I'm like, what am I gonna do? Remember one time I had a shoot all day, and I got back at like 6 o'clock at night. Yeah. And I'm like, I need to have this uploaded in like 3 hours, and I don't even have an idea what am I gonna do. And then Natalie said to me, "We need something for dinner. We need steak." And I was like, "That's it. That's my story." So I started the video. It's in my garage. I just come back from a shoot, and I'm about to go do this. Blah blah blah. Got on my electric skateboard. Went all the way to Newark, because driving would just be like, how boring is that? But I'm like, I'll go on the skateboard and I'll film some shots, and I'll film me like with the trolley and grabbing the food and then going back and cooking it, and like that's a video. That's something.
Yeah.
This is the thing. People are like, I have to plan everything and I have to have like this solid, right, that's it. But sometimes if you just go with the flow, you'll make something, and it actually comes across quite genuine.
I remember one of my favorite videos of yours because it spoke so deeply to my soul, is you sitting in front of the camera being like, I don't know what to do today. This is a video. I'm stuck at this, like, da-da-da. And I was like, oh my God, that's me every day, but you still did it. Like, I want to be like you. You know, it spoke so clearly to this guy with imposter syndrome.
Yes.
You know?
That's what I mean. Like, you lean into like what you're feeling that day. Your video could be like, this is my first video and I don't know what I'm doing. That's enough.
Yeah.
Then you might have those days where like, this happened to me today. Like being vulnerable and being like, I don't actually know what I'm doing is actually real relatable. Like you said, that spoke to you.
It spoke to me.
But it was what I was really going through at that time.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't like, I need to have this shoot plan and the script and do this. I was just like, I'm just going to say how I feel.
Do you think that you got some special advantage in what you do as a creative today from your background as a tradesperson? Is there some special advantage you have that other people don't have?
I've spoken about this with Natalie before. I think so. I think there's a certain grit or a certain work ethic you need as a tradie.
Yeah.
There's not really room for it. You can't go to your boss as a sparky and be like, oh, I can't do this because it's a bit muddy or like it's dark up there. They'll be like, get it done. What are you talking about? You know, where a lot of people, I think stuff gets hard and it's like, I'm not going to do it. But I think as a tradie, like I worked in some hard, especially in England, hard conditions, like in the snow, in the rain, freezing, you know, like working late. Like I had some really hard days, but I think that kind of, that set me up for those hard times coming into like the creative industry.
Yeah.
Like there's no excuse. Nothing's too hard. I always try and kind of find a way. I think I did that as a tradie and it kind of, translated into this.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Okay, so that is an ingredient here, because what I'm building towards is I truly believe the single greatest thing most e-commerce founders could do is make a daily video of them building their business and experiencing what their customer experience is and showing them behind the scenes.
Yes.
And every time a coconut, there's various excuses, right? Oh no, those are dead now. Yeah. That's a polluted marketplace. It would take too much time. It would take whatever. But there's actually all of the roadblocks are in the mind. Right?
Yes.
It's all in our heads. And I know this to be the case for myself. So what is it that we're actually scared of? Because it's not time.
I think it might be.
This out?
I think it might be time.
Right, okay.
I think it's, you have this big idea and you want to do it. Say if I said like, right, I'm going to post it every day this year. You think, am I going to give up a year in my life? Well, if this doesn't work, people want to get to the reward the fastest way they can. I think it's a mixture of things. I think the one is that you don't want to waste your time. Okay. Two is you don't want to seem to be trying too hard. You're worried about what other people think, which is, as soon as I got over that, I feel.
How'd you get over that? That I know, I don't care what people think. I say that all the time, but I do. Why do I?
There's certain people that I care about. There's certain people I'm like, oh, well, I respect you, so I what you think of me or your opinion, I'll take it on board. But I think through posting day after day and no one watching and no one caring, it's like, and I didn't die. No, everything's fine. I posted that, it got no views, and what happened? Absolutely nothing. No one saw it anyway. Got no views. Yeah. What am I worried about?
Isn't that the deep irony in this whole thing? I'm worried about posting and getting no views, which no one will see, which by definition means it doesn't matter.
Exactly. And like you might think that people are going on your page and looking at your views, but they're not. And then when I went and filmed out in public, I was scared of that. I really cared. Like I felt like everyone was watching me. But as soon as you do it and you get through the line and it goes well, you're like, nothing happened. Cool. Grab my camera, get in the car, and go to the next location. Yeah. As soon as I kind of, I had that mindset of like no one cares. Like I posted a video the other day and it's just me in the middle of is it Albert Park?
Maybe.
Albert Park in Auckland.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just walking to the camera trying to say my line and they're like, oh, I got it wrong. But there's people like walking around me the whole time. Yeah. No one's looking at me. They might have the little glance of what I'm doing, but like no one cares.
Yeah.
No one cares. I think people are really kind of paralyzed by what other people think of them and also what their friends think. That's the biggest one.
Yeah.
They're like, what are my mates going to say?
Yeah. I had a woman talk to me the other day. She said she's got a job, she's got a brand. She's like, I'm worried about what my professional colleagues will think about my credibility. I think that they might be less credible in my workplace.
Yeah.
It's interesting, eh? It's like, it's not about the production quality anymore, because that's another thing that I'm sure they'll throw. Like, look at Layton, look at what he did, look at what you could do. They go, but he's a professional videographer. That's his skill set, right? What's your answer to that? Can I, if I don't know how to work a camera, make this work with an iPhone?
Absolutely.
Do I need what you've got?
No, you don't need. No, you don't need that. But I think with an iPhone, you can actually do a lot. Like I've got an iPhone 17, and it's. I mean, you don't need the latest iPhone, but I've got the iPhone 17, and it's good.
Yeah.
I'm like, I could literally use that all the time.
Yeah.
But I love cameras, so I'm like, I want to use it. I want to go out with my camera. It's kind of like what I'm into, you know.
Yeah.
But I think no, you can definitely do that, and you can learn and grow with it. I started pretty much on my phone. I didn't record a lot on my camera. If I did, like, I wasn't really thinking about that. I was
You
like,
would
I
have
just
been
need
using
the
your
shot.
camera in the actual shoots itself, right?
Yeah, sometimes, my camera would be there and I'd be doing like my client shoot or whatever, but to get behind the scenes, I just use my phone. It was more about like what I was saying and what I was going through and just telling the story of my day. None of the shots were like, wow, what a killer shot. There's no shots in my earlier videos that are like amazing, but it was just how I was telling the story and how I was showing up. And like, you keep showing up and you don't get views. Some people will notice and they'll be like, wow, this guy keeps showing up. What is he doing? Like, he just keeps on showing up. And then by doing that, you're actually building trust with the audience. And then when you do pop off, people are like, well, I know he's for real because he turned up for 200 days with nothing.
With nothing. That in and of itself is the guaranteed outcome. It feels to me guaranteed. Not a lot in life is guaranteed, right? Death and taxes. But I swear to God, making 400 videos in a row, ROI is guaranteed.
You have to get better.
You have to get better.
Yeah.
Someone's got to care. You've got to figure out an audience through it.
Yeah.
But it also, there's got to be some gradual improvement over time, right? Like, how did you learn from your videos? Is there a specific process for how you would learn? Would you look at the one that went viral and pull it apart? Was it more relaxed than that? Have you developed a process now for what you do?
Well, I think some maybe e-commerce brands will be familiar with is like funnels.
Yeah.
So I knew that I know some videos will do well. I know it before I post it. I know that 6 shots in 60 seconds and like how to film yourself, they normally do well. But I don't want my whole page to be about that. Okay. So I know that's my top of funnel. But my bottom of funnel would be like when I got in front of the camera and I said, I don't know what to make today. That's what's more valuable to the actual people who want to be there. So once I knew what worked, I'm like, cool, that's great. But I also was aware that like I don't want my whole brand to be that. I don't want people to just look at me and be like, oh, that's the guy that runs around like a lunatic or just films himself. Like, I'm more than that. So I would kind of think of, right, that's what's going to get people in. But like once they find me and discover me, I have to keep them there. Yeah. There has to be something, whether that's with like a series or whatever it might be.
Yeah, so there's got to be the continuity. As I think about myself in this circumstance, and I've wanted to do this daily video thing from before you, right?
Yeah.
From before you were doing it. And then Braden did his.
Yeah.
And I was like, Braden, you know, and that was kind of, we were working together. He did a daily morning series.
I remember it. It kind of inspired me.
Yeah.
Because I saw him get to like day 80 and I was like, 80 days?
80 days.
Wow. That's impressive.
And so if I'm sitting here right now knowing this is the best thing I could do for my business, intellectually understanding everything you're telling me.
Yes.
But yet every day I wake up and I don't do the thing. I don't start my daily content series.
Yeah.
Can you help me? Can you give me the advice that isn't on the other podcast? What is the breakthrough? Like what is it? What is wrong with me?
Well, I think it's the starting. It's the initial 1 to 2 weeks of you figuring it out. And it's that like, I don't want to waste my time. The first video is going to be bad. It will be bad. It's not going to be great, but it will get better. You're going to learn from it and you're going to get better. And like, as long as you're enjoying it, that's kind of all that matters. But like I said, I think people are kind of blocked by like, but I don't want to do the first day. But I guarantee you do that first day and the second one, you'll be like, cool, I made 2 videos. Yeah. I really enjoyed that. Yeah. as like around my life. I'm like, cool, yeah, cool. I could tell everyone exactly how I did it, like we're going through now, how I did it, my mindset, and I had no plan and all this. But doing it is just something you have to do yourself. You can consume all this content, you can save it all, and you can be like, right, that's the camera I need, that's the lens I need. And you can feel like you're doing something, but nothing beats doing the actual thing.
Actually doing that.
It's the most valuable thing, but that's why not many people do it, because it is the hardest thing. But I guarantee if you were a week into it, you'd be like, bring on next week. I'm really enjoying this. So look, I haven't got like a magic pill, or maybe somewhere through this podcast I'll give like a little gem and I'll be like, oh, that's it. And you're like, fuck yeah, I'm going to do this. But it really does come from within, and like not putting that pressure on yourself. And just saying to yourself, like, right, well, today's going to happen anyway. May as well film it and try to put something together. See what comes out of it. Yeah. See what comes out of it. People just want to be, I think with a business as well, like you say, start a daily business and like show the behind the scenes, or what you get wrong, what you don't know. They're like, well, we want to come across as like professional and like we know everything, but people don't resonate with that.
Yeah. It just comes back to starting and doing the damn thing.
Yeah.
And kickboxing fights and marathons and mushrooms, all that sort of stuff. But like you said, at some point, you'll find it within yourself.
Yeah.
And you'll do it.
Yeah.
Or you won't.
Like for me, it took me going back home and realising nothing changed, looking out that window, out of the airplane and being like, this is it. Yeah. This is it. So I'll say I do every kind of big decision I've made, whether it's being I'm going to be a videographer, I'm going to do this. I didn't drink for like 600 and something days. When I did my daily series, when I was like, I'm going to start running, there is just something that goes in my mind. This is it. It just switches. And my brain's just like, this is just what we're doing. Yeah. I understand that a lot of people won't have that, but that's what goes on inside me. Yeah. I have this kind of patience that like, I'm not really thinking about what other people are thinking. I want to do this. I know it's going to take this time. The time's going to go by anyway. Time's going to go by anyway.
Time's going by anyway.
Yeah.
You're not attached to the outcome as desperately. And so it's giving you flexibility in your decision-making to try and to stay in it and do the thing.
Yeah.
And if you could bottle that and hand it to someone as a magic pill, wonderful. But that's not the reality.
No. It's like, it's also, I think like there's, in society, we still have these parameters of like what you should be doing at what time in your life. Like for me, when I quit, I was 28 or 29. A lot of people would be like, you shouldn't be changing careers now. No. What are you doing? Like you're established now, what are you doing? But I'm like, yeah, but if I was to do this and in 2 years, 3 years, I'm established, I'm only 31, 32. Yeah. And when you get to 31 or 32, you'll realise that's so young. Yeah. I feel younger now than I did at 27.
Way younger.
I got to 30 and I was like, oh, I've got fucking 10 years till I'm 40. And even then I'm only 40. 40's nothing. Yeah. I've got so much time. And I think people are like, I need to do this as quick as I can. But like, the time's going to pass anyway. Yeah. Why not just put it into this thing that you'll get better at? And then like, because I always wish I started sooner. Yeah. And it kind of worked out for me. But if like you're watching this or yourself, like in a year, your life could change.
Completely.
And
almost guaranteed. Like, that's the thing. I feel like there's a warped perception on how guaranteed organic social is. Yeah. It's something to do with like, I remember I used to do door knocking, selling insurance door to door. Yeah. Hardest thing I've ever done. I used to like, sometimes I'd go and crawl up in a ball in the back of my car and cry and hide from my manager. You know, so many times.
It's going really well. Just having a lunch break.
Yeah. Just having a break. And then one day he pulled up behind me and caught me and knock. I was like, oh gosh, I've been slapped. Anyway. That was difficult. It was lots of no's, and then when you got a yes, big reward.
Yes.
And it feels similar. Cold calling, it feels similar to this organic thing, but it's like it's guaranteed success, and you don't have the same negative feedback. All the negative feedback you experience when you're on an organic growth journey is you're putting into yourself. When you get told to fuck off on a cold call, like it's actually external. There's something coming in.
Yeah.
But this organic journey's all you. It's zero. There's no one there. No one cares. Maybe a grumpy comment. How many grumpy comments did you get? How many comments did you get telling you you're a dickhead?
Not many.
Not many.
I felt like I don't think I'd put out the content that's going to upset people though.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like, this is just what I'm doing. Some people will be like, that shit, you don't know what you're talking about, whatever. But like,
whatever.
I don't give a fuck about those people.
Who cares?
Blocked, you know what I mean? Gone.
Yeah, so there's this thing, right, where like, I don't think there's actually a more guaranteed way to grow your business in 2026 than by the commitment to a daily organic piece of content.
Yeah.
And maybe it's not 7 days a week, and maybe it's not 365 or whatever, just what you did. But I think the perception for people is different to that. Maybe it's like, I've seen it happen for you and for Braddon and for so many of my clients have seen the value come out of it. And I haven't been able to get myself across the line. But I think for a lot of my clients, they think that the likelihood of success is low. Like the value equation doesn't stack up for them. But how confident would you be to agree or disagree to that? Like, is it a pretty certain outcome that if I make a video a day, that I'm going to grow my views?
100%. 100%, because it's a numbers game, right? Let's say you get 1,000 views on a video. Let's be kind. 1,000 views on a video. I didn't get that for a while, but let's say 1,000. But you post that once a week. It's 4,000 a month. Cool. What if you posted 7 and there are 1,000? That's 20. Think how many views that is, like, stacked up. A lot. If you go back and look at a lot of my videos, not a lot went viral, but it was consistent numbers, and like it takes all of that into account. The algorithms are taking that into account. It's like, well, they've got this many views over this month. Right. Something must be going right.
They're consistent.
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting. Yeah, if I was if I was engineering an algorithm, if I had someone posting 200 days and I saw it growing, I'd give them a bit of juice because I'm going, they're going to make content for my platform.
Yeah.
It's got to be in there, right?
They want you to be consistent. They want you to it's kind of like a humiliation ritual at first.
Yeah,
like,
how bad do you want it?
How bad do you want it? You have to keep going through this. But then once they're like, right, this guy keeps turning up. These people like his videos. Wow. We know he's going to turn up. So there's more videos, there's more data, there's more proof that people like these videos. And he keeps turning up. These people want it. Let's push it out. Whereas if you make one really good video, there's no proof that you'll keep turning up. They don't want that. They don't want somebody to just turn up with one video and fuck off. Of course they don't. They want you to just keep turning up because they know that's going to keep people on the platform longer.
Yeah.
You need that consistency. Another thing, if you're thinking of it from a business standpoint, an organic social daily series, it's free to post on these apps. It's completely free. So you have to have like some kind of subscription or something. Instagram, I don't have to pay for Instagram or TikTok. I can just put whatever I want on there.
I can do it.
The reward you get from that, you know what I mean? People are like, in terms of business, right, if I chuck this much money at it, I might get this back. You could spend $0 and have your life change and your business change.
Yeah.
The actual ROI on a daily series or just putting yourself out there, it's more work, yes, but the reward is so high.
And the objective needs to change. We shouldn't be chasing a viral video. I should be chasing 0 videos over time, 0 view videos. Woohoo.
Yeah.
Woohoo, I got another one that flopped.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yeah, that's literally what it is. Cool. I'll be here same time tomorrow. Sweet, yeah.
Can't wait to see
Thank you all
another...
3 of you. I'll be here tomorrow.
with another flop.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Subscribe for terrible videos. I'll see you later.
Yeah. Versus trying to engineer virality. That's it, right? Like, how do I make a viral video? Is the absolute wrong... Man, it's interesting. I'm like...
Depends on the business or the product, I think. For a personal brand, no. But I think if you were to sell, I don't know, sponges, and there was a really cool viral video that did well, you might get like some sales out of that.
Yeah.
There's no brand out of viral videos. You see these people who just do viral videos, I feel like, let's say I just did 6 shots in 60 seconds, had to film yourself. I'm not talking in those videos, I'm just showing you what I'm doing. If I just posted those, I'd probably have a way bigger following. Generally would.
Right.
Because I'm not talking, it reaches a wider audience, people like those videos. But you wouldn't know me. You wouldn't have any idea who I am.
Okay.
There's no connection there. So why do people give a fuck? Why do people buy from you? Yeah. But by doing that mixture and turning up and being yourself and just talking to the camera like you normally would, people resonate with that. But some people get onto like a viral video format, rinse and repeat until it's done, and then at the end it's like, right, well, where's the next one?
Yep.
And then now they're tied up in the numbers. Now they're a slave to the algorithm. And it's not fun. It's horrible. It's like, oh, where's the next viral video coming from? Then you're chasing trends, and then it always feels like you're behind, and it's exhausting.
Yes.
But if you're just doing what you're doing, it's easy because that's just what you're doing. It's who you are. You're not putting on a performance. You're not trying to make things happen. You're not like, will the algorithm like this? They might not, but that's not the point. It's not the point.
Yeah, and it's And I love that. You're a slave to the algorithm, you're a slave to the numbers. If you're pursuing your own vision and your own connectedness, and hey, use a couple viral formats.
Yeah.
Like, don't ignore the frameworks, right? Play the game.
Oh yeah, don't have a viral video and go, well, I'm not doing that again. Like, post another one next week, or
Yeah.
but like, don't just make it all that,
Yeah.
because there's no connection from that.
You've got such recent lived experience in this space, right? Like, you can just speak to it so confidently. You've got such deep lived experience in this space. And I love the fact that you've done it for yourself. How have you packaged that up? You've got Blueprint, right? Can you talk to me a little bit about what you've done to help other people achieve what you've achieved? Is that what your product does?
Essentially, yes. I think my unique perspective, or the way I've done things, is I'm not like I said, I didn't think I was creative. I'm not somebody who was born with a camera in my hand. I really had to learn from, I learned on YouTube, self-taught. I didn't go to film school, any of these things. And when I started posting daily, like, I really did start from nothing. Like, I really didn't know what I was doing. And over that year, like I said, at the beginning, I was just making a video a day. But by the end of it, I was making multiple videos a day, and I wasn't actually having to work as hard. I got smarter. I had systems, things that I did that I was like, I was a machine. I was churning out videos all the time, and I'm still doing that now. So it's mastering the Blueprint. Fuck, what's it called? The actual name of it is Confident Content, but when you click on it, Confident Content is the name. Yeah. But it's essentially everything that it's to save people time, pretty much. Because me posting as much as I did, waiting 200 and something days for 1,000 views on TikTok, I don't want anyone to go through that. It's hard.
So you don't think you actually have to do that? That was your journey.
That was my journey. I was delusional. I didn't know what I was doing. Yeah. But by saying to people, like, right, this is my 4-stage format. I think of ideas like this. This is how I script a video. Right. This is what I do to film. This is what I do to make it as efficient as I can. Because if you have a script, you know exactly what you're going to say before you go out and talk to the camera. Yeah. That saves so much time. Yeah. And then when you're out filming and people are watching you and you feel a bit like, oh God, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm all flustered. I'm in front of the camera like this. You know what you've got to say. It's there. Even better if you go to different locations, because you can say a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there.
And the script leaves some room for the authenticity. You've got a model for how to maintain that balance.
Yes. So that script makes filming easier. And then obviously when you get to edit, it's like a jigsaw. You're like, right, well, that's the script. Where's the clip for that? It's there. Cool. Bang. Next one. It's all in order. And then you just have to cut it up real quick. People look at my videos and they're like, that must have took you days to edit. It's like, no, it literally took me like half an hour, 45 minutes.
No.
It's that quick.
Wow.
Honest. Because like, you can't have already done it. Yeah. The script is the edit. That is the video. Yeah. Then you filmed it, you put it in place.
Yeah. You've got your stuff.
Yeah. And like, you've done it enough times where it's like, oh, I can do this really quickly. I'm not saying you're going to pick this up and edit a video in like an hour or 45 minutes straight away, but within like a month or two, 100%. 100% you will.
And so there's the structured process to create the content. Mm-hmm. Do you go into this confidence mindset piece? Like, do you talk to people about that, like getting out of their own way? Or is this for people that are ready to get on with it and start?
It's a mix of both. I feel the way I communicate, I break things down very simply. I think I have a lot of logic in the way I think. And when I present that to people, people are like, oh, that makes sense. Okay. Cool. I think that's one of my strengths. But within this course, this framework, I go through, right, here's how I think of ideas, here's what worked for me, here's some real world examples, here's how you can do it. Then you go to the scripting, and it's like, okay, cool, this is our idea that we're gonna go with. This is how it's scripted, this is my scripting template. We're gonna go, right, first shot, we're gonna go here, and we go through it in real time. Like, I'm there, like, not holding your hand, but I'm like, look, this is exactly how I do it. Cool, and the next one, we're out filming. So I've got a camera filming myself with the camera going, right, this is the angle that I want this room for my titles. I want to have my captions here. I like this because of the composition, we're getting more colors. Like, I'm going through it all. And then I go, right, all those cuts that we just did, you saw me do everything that I just did, and it wasn't that long. Yeah. We're now going to edit it. And here's how I cut it together. Here's how I pick my music. Here's how you get the sound design. Here's how it all flows into one perfect little video at the end. Like, it's the whole process. And
you've essentially taken your process and reversed it inside out. This is exactly
like,
what
no
you
gatekeeping.
Do.
Like, this is exactly how I do it.
Yeah.
It's very easy. I learned this over like a year. So you don't have to do that. You can pretty much watch it straight away, and it'll save you so much time. Yeah. So much time.
Yeah, it makes sense. And we were talking a little bit before about how, like, Courses kind of suck though, don't they? Like,
When people
like
say,
that
like,
soul-based shilly guru.
is it a course? Even when I hear like course seller, I immediately go to those guys who are like, they've
Buy
got
my
like,
course.
a Lamborghini and they've got like a fucking nice watch and like, if you're not making 10 grand a month, you're a fucking loser, man. I'm gonna teach you how to do it. It's not that. It's just my lived experience. I'm really proud of it. And like the reviews are like really good. I even had one guy who started on pretty much 0 followers and within 30 days, he got 1 million views across his videos and he's now on like 11.3 thousand followers.
Oh, I love that.
So it works.
Yeah.
Work for me. Do you know what I mean? Like I said, I'm not coming from a point of like, I've always been a creative. This just works. Just fucking figure it out. I'm like, no, I was literally where you were. I didn't know what I was doing. And this is my framework and what I do to this day. I still script on my videos. I still film them. I still edit them exactly the same.
Yeah.
It works. It's proven. I'm really proud of it. I really am.
Well, I just, having seen a good chunk of your journey, like you just lived and breathed it and went out and did it. It's so authentic, and you're actually someone I trust and respect, especially just having watched you do it. It's been really inspiring for me. I still haven't maybe found that place in my soul yet to start. I do have a $30,000 studio.
Yeah.
I do like
You've got like a...
I'm
it's
getting
there,
there.
man.
We're getting there. Bro, I just want to do a couple of quick fire questions now. Belief that you had at the start that you just don't have anymore? Like, is there anything that you thought was going to be really true going in that just turned out to be
So something
bullshit?
I thought, oh, this is the way that it just didn't quite work out.
Yeah. Anything you were really confident in?
I mean, there's loads of videos I've been really confident in. I'm like, this is
At the video level.
this is a banger. This is really good. No one watches it. No one watches it. It's hard for me to say this, but like, because I put so much effort into my videos, but normally the ones you put the most effort into, people don't really care about. They want that authentic, raw, that's the best thing. Like, you don't have to be perfect. Back in the day, it was all about the production quality because it really helped you stand out. But now it's like almost the worse you are at filming, the better. Because people are like, this is so fucking real. Look how it's like lopsided and not exposed properly. This is fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
People don't want to see like a perfect shot.
Yeah.
They really don't. And by doing that, you can really take the pressure off yourself. And like, I don't know, if you go and like film yourself like opening your car door and you get into the car and you like miss the handle, like it doesn't matter. It's cool, it's real. Like people are like, oh, that was cool, because I do that sometimes or whatever.
You said something earlier as well about it becoming more about the narrative. It almost feels like TikTok, which feels to be the tip of the spear. TikTok is like kind of the most advanced meta game. You know, Instagram will catch up to TikTok, not the other way around.
Yes.
Longer form stories, narratives. I feel like TikTok's at the front of the curve, and TikTok's been kind of doing long form narrative, story driven stuff for a while.
Yeah.
Is Instagram becoming more like that? Have you noticed that trend?
I think Instagram are definitely trying to catch up to TikTok.
Right.
100%, because that is such a raw, authentic platform. Like, people can literally pick up their phone and talk to it and get 1 million views. Like, I mean, there's so many people trying to do that, but like the chances of it actually going well are pretty high compared to Instagram. There's definitely those differences, and I think Instagram are definitely trying to catch up to that. But the thing is, that's why TikTok's doing well, because you can just get on your phone and just talk, and like, it's fine. No one cares about your cover photo. No one cares about the font you're using. You don't have to be perfect. But it is about, I think, the language that you use. You're talking to these people, not at them. You're sharing your experience. You're being vulnerable. That's what people want. They want you to be like, yeah, this is what I learned. Not, this is how you do this. They don't really want to know about that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm noticing that more and more as well. Like, even in the ads, if your ad does not have a story arc, you're toast. Like, it's always been important, but now it's critical. You must do it.
100%.
Is there any stuff that you find really difficult or boring, but you just do it anyway?
Oh, captions on videos.
Yeah.
When I've got like, right, fucking sweet, I've done like 30, I've got 30 videos ready to go. And then like the little captions, the subtitles, I have to go through and do all of them.
Yeah.
That's a pain in the dick.
You just get it done.
Get it done. I'll be like, right, I'm going to put my phone down there. I'm going to set a timer for an hour. I'm going to see how many I can do.
Yeah.
Make it like a game. That's how I kind of get through it. That I hate doing. I don't really like running ads, if I'm honest. Because like you say, I don't feel they do as well. Say if I was promoting confident content and I was like, oh, here's an ad. Here's like, this guy got this result and blah, blah, blah. But if I make like a carousel and I'm like, here's the 4 things that I do to help me create content every single day. Idea creation, scripting, filming, editing. That, because it's like, it hasn't got ad, or it hasn't come up as sponsored, suggested.
Yeah.
People are way more likely to actually watch it and engage with it. It feels more real and authentic, which it is. That's why I made the post.
Okay.
But I've been like, right, I'm going to put an ad out, and like, it just doesn't quite resonate. I imagine back in the day before these platforms were saturated with all these ads, it might be a little bit different. And you've got to be like way more creative and have a story arc and all these things. But it's hard. I find that hard. I actually find it hard selling to people.
Yeah.
I don't want to come across as like, I want something from you.
Yeah.
I want my content to be what it is. Like, I really want to help you.
I want to sell itself.
I know, because like, if you're struggling with filming, or I had to film yourself, or just making content, I know exactly how you felt. I was in your shoes. I see myself in so many people. That's why I want to help them. I don't care if they buy my course or not. I really don't.
Yeah.
I just want to help them out and realize that, like, because like I said before, early in this conversation, even when I'd been out and filmed and made all these YouTube videos and filmed and edited every day while we were traveling, I still sold all my camera gear. Because in my head, I was like, that's as far as it can go. It wasn't me saying, you can't do this. My brain was just like, didn't even think that could be a possibility.
Yeah.
But now I've gone through all this and I've essentially changed my life. I'm like, you can do it. You really can. I know exactly what you're going through. I went the exact same thing. I wasn't confident. I wasn't creative. I wasn't any of these things, but you can fucking do it as well.
And what does your life look like now with, you have changed your life, right? Like, what are the benefits? What are the upsides? What do you love about the life you get to live today based on this work that you've done, putting yourself out there, doing the hard yards?
I think it's the freedom. The freedom of just, like, people say like money doesn't buy happiness, but it does give you some freedom.
It gives you access to happiness.
Yeah,
It's up to you if you want to take it.
Exactly. So like back when I first started the daily series, I was a videographer. I just started. I was taking any work that I could. If it didn't pay well, if it wasn't that good to film, if it wasn't going to give me that much, it wasn't a good CV thing to put on my CV, I'll do it anyway. You need me to do that for that much? Cool, I'll do it, because I just need the work. I need to make a name for myself. Exactly. Got bills to pay, like, I'll just do it. But now I'm in a position where, like I say, I have confident content, which helps people. I do one-on-one coaching. I have brand deals, which is amazing. Like, I'm on a podcast with you right now. Like, I consult people. I do public speaking. Like, there's all these things that I never knew I had in the locker, or I never expected to do when I started this. And it's completely changed everything. And I really look at myself now and I'm proud of the person I've become. I like who I am. I'm confident in front of camera, and the fact I've done this and I've done hard things and been consistent and proved that to myself, it gives me this confidence. It's the reason now I can talk so fluidly now. Back in the day, I would be like, what's that word I'm thinking of? And I had no confidence in knowing what I'm talking about. That's what it's given me. That's what I really like about it.
Yeah, freedom and confidence in that varied workplace. It must be quite cool helping other people reach their dreams as well.
100%.
You know, you're doing that one video versus working with someone to like bring their potential out of them.
Yes, there's way more. Yeah, it's way more fulfilling.
Wow.
I think. Yeah.
And so what does 5 years look? You've done a lot in the last 5 years, right? It's been has it been 5 years that you touched down in New Zealand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've been in business. I quit my job 3 years ago in like a week.
The Sparky job. Yeah. Okay. So 3 years. Let's do that. So 3 years from quitting Sparky job into contract videographer, into 160,000 followers, consultant, public speaking, like King of New Zealand creative guy. Oh, that's my title, not his.
Stop it.
What does the next 3 years look like? Where to from here? Do you have a vision? Are you clear, or is it just?
Nah, I have like goals that I want to do that I think will help me get to like. I don't.
Could you share them?
Well, I've got three main goals that I've got this year. One is an amount of followers that I'd like. Not that it really means anything, but basically having that goal, instead of me being like, I'm going to post this many videos and I'm going to get this, just by being like, I want this many followers, that then my brain will be like, right, what do I need to do to get there? I probably need to turn up every single day, maybe post twice a day, whatever it might be. Another one is how many kilometers I want to run.
Love it.
When I'm running and I'm looking after myself, I feel amazing. Like I went on a run and I did a workout this morning. I feel great now. Helps me in front of the camera just feel a bit more fluid and just, I feel happy in myself. Like I look forward to the day mentally. I'm sharper. So if I'm running and I'm turning up every single day, that's those two goals done. And the other one is how much money I want to save. I want to have so much put away that we can put towards like the mortgage or a holiday or whatever. But I know, right, if I need to save this much money, what do I need to do that? I probably need to work more. I probably need to do more brand deals. Like,
I love it.
those are the goals, but the actual kind of like day to day, I kind of leave that to
grow organically.
Yeah. As long as I'm like,
yeah.
as long as I'm aiming for that and I do the right things every single day. I always use this analogy of laying down a brick. People are thinking of their big goal. They're thinking like the house at the end, right? But if I just get a brick and I put a brick down today, and then on the next day, and the next day, and the next day, after a few days, I'll have like a wall.
Yeah.
Cool. And if I keep going and going and going, then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I've only got to put the roof on. You keep going and going and going, and then you've got a house.
Yeah.
But it's just by putting a brick down every day. And if I want to renovate that house after, I can. But I have a house.
Yeah.
And there's one guy next to me who's still looking at the bricks going, which brick should I put down first?
There's some viral
There's
bricks.
got to be a viral brick here somewhere.
Yeah, which one of those bricks is viral?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm very much of the mindset of like, just keep doing the right things every single day and those opportunities will present themselves. Because when I started posting every single day, I didn't think like, oh, I'm going to be on a podcast and I'm going to do public speaking and I'm going to do these brand deals and I'm going to be an advocate for Sony. Like none of that was in my, I thought was possible.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's exciting. If I just keep doing the same things now and I keep like holding myself accountable and having these standards, like eventually, after I've done it so many days, like I'll have a house. I just don't know what the house is going to look like.
Oh, and that's awesome. And you see, keeping it open and free, but you've got, I love those three.
Because we don't know what's going to happen. AI might take over. People might just leave Instagram. TikTok might have a big change, might get banned again. Like we have no idea how it's going to look.
Yeah.
But if I'm doing the right things every single day and I can pivot and I'm like, I'm loose. I'm not like, this is the plan. I'm just like, whatever comes my way, I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
Kilometers, followers, financial, like take home, net assets. I love how those ladder up into each other.
Yeah.
The running thing especially, man, people get so obsessed and connected to the outcome metric, not the input metrics.
Oh yeah, getting up to run is hard, but like what I feel after is like, oh,
Right.
Amazing.
I dealt with a lot of mental health stuff my whole life, and I've gotten to a point where if I'm having that really pessimistic, dark voice in there, I'm like, let's see what you have to say after 10K.
yes,
You know?
100%.
And it's a different conversation in the mind, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Would you credit running as part of the fuel that drove? Like, have you always been a runner or into that physical exercise, or has that come more recently?
I kind of started running just before I did my daily series. For the longest time, I didn't run because I had a lot of problems with my knees.
Yeah.
But all I did these 2 stretches, right? Because I used to stretch quads, hamstrings, glutes. I'd be like, I still feel tight. What am I doing? Basically, I'd just like lie on the floor, like go on my knees, and I just do that with my feet. And I'd like stretch it out like that.
Okay.
And then I'd do that with my foot, and I'd stretch out my shins.
Yeah.
Completely opened everything up.
Wow.
It's like, wow, my knees don't hurt anymore. Then I went to athlete's foot and I got some like shoes fitted. They're like, your feet are a little bit flat, so we've got some support for you. Here's some running shoes. Changed everything. And all of a sudden I was like, wow, for years I was like, I couldn't play football because I'd just be in bits afterwards. I never went running because obviously I was running the wrong shoes and like my knees were tight. But just doing those 2 simple things.
Running
changed
course.
Everything. Yeah, that's my next one.
That's very good.
0 to 10 kilometers in 4 weeks. or
Yeah,
whatever.
wow. Would you consider running a part of your business activity? Is that for you personally? Like, how important to your business is that running thing that you do? If you take that out completely.
Yeah, in terms, not directly business correlated, I guess, but when I'm running, that's when I think of most of my ideas. That's the problems that I have in my head. I put the will to rights in my head when I'm running. I just need to just be like a few kilometers in, got a good song on, and I'm like, fuck it, you're gonna be fine. We'll do this. Or I'll be like, oh, what about that idea? That'd be cool for a series, or that'd be cool for a video. What, not directly business correlated, but in terms of what it does for my mindset, feeling sharp, feeling clear,
Yeah.
and just going through what I'm feeling when I'm running, it helps me just kind of get through it
Yeah, wow.
and make sense of it.
I know we're talking about the magic pill or the silver bullet that can
Yeah.
help someone get across the line, like start your first video. How do we move you from here? We've talked about all the constraints not really being constraints. It's all in your head, et cetera, et cetera. Man, I also know you were sober for 600 days.
Yes.
No alcohol,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
From drinking regularly, quite a lot.
Not regularly, but when I went out, I went out.
And
You know?
right, yeah, and you went
It was
hard.
like, I'm drinking to get drunk. That was But it would be like once a month, once every 2 months. But when I went out, it was like I'd waste a week.
Wow. Yeah.
You
Was
know?
that 600 days of sobriety in line with the content series? Did it start before or came after?
I think before.
Okay, cool.
Oh, no, sorry. Okay, so if I started my series in May, 1st of January is when I went sober.
6 months later.
4 or 5 months sober when I started the daily series.
Right,
Yeah,
okay,
it's
so
before.
daily series, and you're like, oh my gosh, what am I doing drinking? I should be making the most of this.
Yes.
Okay, so sometimes for a lot of these founders, and especially the small to medium entrepreneur, maybe they're doing 50 grand a month in their brand or 200 grand a month in their brand. I have this conversation with them all the time.
Yeah.
It's like, it might not be the business thing. It might not be the content system. It might actually be you. How much are you exercising? What food are you eating? Are you sleeping? Are you drinking alcohol, poisoning yourself for a week? You know? That evil voice that tells you suck and tells you that your friend, random people on the internet's opinions matter, it is stronger when you haven't exercised and you're maybe not great on sleep and you're hungover, right?
100%.
So that could be the thing. Maybe it's not looking for the viral brick to put in the wall.
Yes.
Or the next big hack. It's like, are you running and are you sober?
Yes.
Right? And then 30 days later, maybe you will start the first video. I feel like
100%. You might feel like shit now, but imagine if you woke up and you hadn't had a drink that night, you slept really well, and you went for a workout this morning. Guarantee you'd be like, I might feel something today. I think I might do it.
right.
Yeah, being sober, thinking about it, being sober was such a huge player in that. Especially because I'm making a video every day. People are like, you're coming out, and I'm like, no, I need to make a video tomorrow. Like, no, sorry. Just like that level of sacrifice. I think people need to have. I think people are a bit scared of the word obsession. I think you could be obsessed and still do everything you need to do and have time for family and your hobbies and stuff. But just saying no to things like drinking and going out and I don't know, there'd be so many people who ask me to go out for coffee and I'd be like, I can't. I just have shit to do. I'm so sorry. This means more to me than having coffee with you right now. Yeah. But when this pays off, we'll go for coffee. But right now I'm just kind of like locked in, as the kids say.
We'll have as many coffees as you want.
Yeah.
I think that's beautiful, bro. It's such a brilliant story of getting the life of your dreams out of just really practical, consistent activity.
If you were going to do a daily series, what do you think it would look like? How do you envision it? Like, what's stopping you from doing it? You weren't expecting that,
Here
were
I
you?
am on the spot. I love that.
No, reverse.
It'd look very similar to Braddon's, and it would look like the daily life. It would. Look at me fall to bits, hey. Look at me fall to bits. It's so interesting. But in 2016, I had SJP EXP. We did a daily live podcast.
Nice.
And I did it. I did it like 90 days in a row and then quit. Classic.
What was the reason for quitting?
It's just what I did. I was like, podcast. I don't know. I was getting.
90s at 10 more days, man.
I know we're almost at 100. I think things just got a bit busy, and I had a lot on and whatnot, and fitwear was still kind of big, and all the things, and I kind of just like didn't know what I was on top of. It was 2016. No one was really doing podcasts and live streams.
No.
And so when I think about it today, it would be some sort of daily call-in show.
Yeah.
Right?
Nice.
And it would be around Troy, and there'd be like a little bit of worship and a little bit of Bible study and maybe a little bit of exercise, and we'd like record our daily habits and talk about what and why, what was difficult and how, and people would call in and talk about their challenges and why they can't get started with their daily habits.
Yeah.
Because that, I just got really excited there at the end, that idea of like the daily running and the daily sobriety.
Yeah.
I feel like for a lot of people that are starting out here, and I know for myself, I kept trying to fix the business or come up with why can't I do organic strategy? And it was like, because you don't have the vessel. You're not investing it foundationally enough. Mm-hmm. So I think it would be something like that.
You've got a lot to go at as well.
Yeah.
Like you're into MMA, you're a runner, you've got your garden outside.
Yeah.
You've just got engaged. There's You're a business owner. There's so many interesting things you can pull from.
Yeah.
You've got so many, I mean, people look for content pillars. Like, I think you just kind of video your life and whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
You could do a video about like, here's how growing tomatoes changed my life.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
Make a few of those.
here's how MMA, 3 things that I wish I'd known sooner about MMA. Like, you've got so much to go at.
Yeah. It's interesting, that moment. I maybe this is the milestone. Maybe this conversation with you now is the thing, is the change that I needed. Maybe it's the little push. It's the little, like, we've reflected on all of it. I'm trying to make this podcast to get people to do a thing I'm not willing to do, which is just start.
Yeah.
You know, and I think you helped me really deeply today. You're like, it's always a year. George knows, me and George have come up with 100 ideas. Hey, bro, do you want us to whack on his camera real quick just for one little section? Is always, I think you helped me understand that it's the pressure that I would put on it needing to be a certain length, a certain time. That daily content series, I want to do it at 6:30 a.m. But I don't usually wake up early.
Yeah.
I'm adding all this stuff to make it perfect and better.
Yeah.
But it's too rigid and too hard, so I'm not starting it. I'm going to make a video a day for however long I end up making them. It's going to be at any time of the day it needs to be at. I'll throw a camera on when I go for my run or have a kickbox or do my prayer or do my worship or whatever. And then I'll do the voiceover.
If you need a minute video, imagine this, 1 minute video. If you had 12 clips that were 5 seconds long, you can get 12 clips in a day. It's 1 an hour, pretty much. That's all you need to make a 60-second video. Yeah. That's it. Don't have to complicate it.
12
I just need to get 12 shots today. That first one could be you getting out of bed, making your cereal on your run. Easily mount that up.
Do you know what else I do? I want other people to be involved. I want other people to do it for me. I don't want to do the camera. I can't be bothered. I've got so much resource and team, I almost use that to trap myself. It just needs to be, bro, you can do it.
Yes, 100%.
I can do it. Yeah, thanks for the intervention. I needed that.
The only thing that's stopping you is just doing it. Like I said, like you'll get so many videos in and be like, I'm actually quite enjoying this.
I should just do confident creator.
Confident content.
Confident content. I should confident content. I should just do confident content. No.
So I couldn't remember the name of it before. I was like the blueprint. But yeah, honestly, man, it's like it's making that habit. Yeah. It's making that habit.
Yeah, and it's just starting. Oh man, it was really cool to say all of this and hear all of this in context, and then I'm sitting here telling people to do. I've realized going through this, like. Doing all the things, there's actually nothing left to do except to just do it. Maybe the name of my series would be Making Layton Proud. Nice. Like making a video until Layton's proud will be the thing.
It won't take long. It'll be a 1-day series. Like, yes, man, I'm proud of you. Let's go.
I'm done.
Day 1. I'm done. That's it.
Oh man, thank you so much, bro.
No worries, man. Thank you for having
me. Final question. Yeah, I ask everyone this. AI may or may not take over. It's looking semi-likely at this point if you're going to go and have a punt at the TAB. Yeah. You know. If you had an AI engineer that could build you anything, just like magic wand, you can wave it, what would you build for you, for your business, for your wife's business? Like, what problem would you solve?
Oh, editing videos.
Editing videos.
Oh, yeah. If like you could get to a point where it's like, here's all the videos I've ever done. I want this pace, this song. Make a video for me and do the captions and do like the audio tweaks and all that. Oh, that'd be amazing. Yeah. That would be amazing. Imagine if you could just get all those clips and just be like, right, here's the one video, do that. And then it just goes, yeah, cool, here's your video. Like, that's great.
And actually do a good job of it.
Yes. This is the thing though, I think with AI with like photos and stuff, really cool. You can kind of do anything because it's just one frame. But video it's still got some ways to go. I'm not saying it won't get there. Yeah. I'm just not convinced yet. Yeah. But I know a lot of people have said this about like phones and the internet and
all the things.
Everything, and it's all kind of happened. And people are like, it's happening already, man. That's like, okay, cool. I think what we've got to remember though is like, it's not just going to be like, we wake up tomorrow and it's like, the robots have took over, you're out of a job. See you later. You know, it will gradually happen
They're gonna boil us like the frog.
over like such a long period, and it won't be such a like sharp turn. It'll be like, oh, we've got to do that, and then it will. I'm saying it's going to be fine. Like I said, I'm laid back. Like even AI taking over, it's going to be fine. We're not going to die. Hopefully, not going to die. Everything's going to be absolutely sweet. And if it can edit my videos, let's get this going. Let's get it as quick as we can.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Thanks, bro.
No worries. Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it, bro.